Finally Friday, Michael Cook's joining us. We're going to review Hoosiers and Uncle Drew. Is that right, in the spirit of the NCAA tournament?
We've actually reviewed Uncle Drew in the past.
I know, I do remember that. All right, so it's the Courier, and also you have Operation Varsity Blues, the college admissions scandals.
Yes, let's talk about, these are both brand new movies, and actually both are based on true stories. Let's start off with The Courier. This is a new film that's playing currently at theaters, stars Benedict Cumberbatch, great name for an English actor.
Yeah.
He plays a regular English businessman in early 1960s London. He is actually recruited to be a courier, hence the title's name, of secrets from a Russian source in Moscow. This Russian is a high-up colonel, and so Benedict Cumberbatch, this normal, everyday man, agrees to, because he does a lot of international business, fly back and forth hiding Soviet secrets to bring them back to the British and the American. Rachel Brosnahan plays a CIA agent who is working with Benedict on his mission. Jessie Buckley plays his wife. She's a fantastic actress, and I was glad to see her in this movie. You know, if you like thrillers, I enjoyed how the movie told the tale of how these two men, the Soviet colonel and Benedict Cumberbatch, developed a friendship as they went back and forth, you know, trying, frankly, to save the world from nuclear destruction by getting these secrets and letting the Americans know what the Soviets were planning on at the time. The production value in this film, I thought, was fantastic. You really feel like you're in 1961 London. Benedict Cumberbatch gives a fantastic performance as a man who is in over his head, but he's committed to doing what is right for his country and, frankly, for the world, and also for his friend. The movie gets a little bit astray in the third act, unfortunately. It kind of loses a little bit of its thread, but that, for me, does not take away from the overall pleasure of this film. I enjoyed this movie. As I mentioned, it's playing at theaters. I give this film an 8 out of 10. 8
out of 10. Okay, so even though it lost its way a little bit later in the show, well, 8 out of 10 is not bad.
Exactly. Still a good movie. I really enjoyed this film.
Could have been a 9. Oh,
well. Almost. So close. But now the next movie to talk about is called Operation Varsity Blues. This is premiered this week on Netflix. It's based on the true story. Some of you may recall a couple years ago, some very wealthy parents got busted for, frankly, bribing colleges into letting their kids into school. It was a major scandal. This movie is a bit documentary and a bit live action. What they did was they took the wiretaps from all the conversation between the parents and a man named Rick Singer, who's played by Matthew Modine in this movie, and made that the actual script. So you hear the actual conversations, but they acted out like you're seeing a real live movie. Matthew Modine is the only really star that you would recognize. But this documentary is fascinating because you may know the story because there was 2 Hollywood celebrities who got caught up in it, trying to get their kids into school and giving a lot of big money. But you don't understand the breadth and the depth of the scandal of how many people were involved in this and how many colleges, wealthy people, corporations were complicit in this scandal of bribing people to get their entitled kids, frankly, into school. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie on how it told a very just a dynamic story of corruption, villainy, and all ways of scandal, with Matthew Modine doing a fantastic job as the Rick Singer at the center of it all. I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10.
So this is more like a film, not so much a documentary. Is that right?
It's a combination of both. It is the classic documentary where the real life participants were talking to the camera, but then with Matthew Modine, they would have him talking to the parents either in person or on the phone. They would use the actual transcripts from the wiretapped calls or conversations. So you're actually hearing what they were saying throughout the film. Between that part, which to me was just utterly fascinating.
Well, cool. What was your rating on that again? What was it?
8.5 out of 10.
8.5. Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Check them out.
2 good films.
I did like The Courier. That really does look pretty good.
Definitely.
I think you got a message. All right. Thanks, Michael. Have a great weekend. Go Hogs, right? All right.